Hey everybody, I am Steven Pomacher, and I'm with the Hanging with Web show. Our host tonight, Bryant Oliver, will be right here. Coming up, we're gonna talk with
All
all
right.
you guys. Bryant, take it away. You're live. You're live, buddy.
Okay, I'm live. All right. Th-
Yeah.
Okay. Well, since, since StreamYard wants to act up again, hello. Welcome to another episode of Brian's Anime Adventure. I'm your host, Brian Oliver, and once again, I'm answering the call to Anime Adventure. And join, join with me today is one of the members of the Web TV crew, Steven Pouncher. How everybody doing?
How you doing, Bryant? Thank you for having me on with you tonight to talk all things Pokemon. um, so tonight we are going to discuss all things Pokemon. We're gonna go over the show, some of the games, how they impacted our lives and grows over the years. Brian, anything you want to add?
Well, and I do want to apologize to everybody. For some reason, as you know, rhythm storms has been hitting us left and right. We've had problems with a lot. We've had a lot of power outages here, left and right. And if it does seem to act up, I do apologize in advance. Technical difficulties is something you normally can't control.
It's very true.
And but as y'all can see, I am dressed up for this special episode as Pikachu because today we're celebrating the 25th anniversary of Pokemon. Pokemon
Woo-hoo.
has been God my favorite series to watch. I remember the toys, the games, the God, just the memories of playing each of the games and even saving up to buy my very first Pokemon game. So this is gonna be something interesting to talk about. And
Go ahead.
I'm here.
What was the first Pokemon game that you got?
The first one I actually got was Pokemon Yellow. I actually remember selling Pokemon cards, some of my collection, and getting an allowance from my mom. And I could not wait. It was like, okay, I finally got it in my hand, Pokemon Yellow, and that was my favorite game. It's as you can see, Pikachu. I love Pikachu to a point where, again, as you can see beside me, I have the Pokemon Kismet boxes, which I actually bought two kids meals to make sure I could get them, and I got the Pikachu Funko Pop because why not? I couldn't have this. I had to
Right.
have Pikachu, and
Right.
I mean, it was one of those games where Pokemon Yellow, to those that don't know, is a lot harder than you think because it was way different from Pokemon Red, Blue, and Green. It was it followed the pretty much it was the only game in the series where you could actually get all three starter Pokemon from Red and Blue.
Very cool.
But
Yeah.
and I mean the games have been out for God knows how long. I'm doing research for so this celebration episode. I ended up writing down a whole lot And one thing is, I've learned two things. One, there are we jumped the gun when it came to Pokemon. Back in '96, there was 100, and I do mean 151 Pokemon from Pikachu to Mewtwo. But now, as a Pokemon Shield and Pokemon Sword and Shield recent DLC, the Crown Thunderer, we have a total of 896 Pokemon.
Not yet at 1,000.
Yeah, and closer to 1,000 if you count the variations of it, the shiny Pokemon, and God, if they release, we haven't heard it yet, but Nintendo is already talking about. I've heard the rumors. We have the Diamond and Pearl remakes that they want to announce.
Oh,
We got different spin-off games. We got Pokemon Go, which I actually started back playing, and even with the 3DS ending, the last Pokemon game for the 3DS was Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. And I love those games. I actually still own Ultra Moon. And it's one of those games where eventually, I do mean eventually, I am going to go ahead and buy Pokemon Bank so I can transfer them into to my main game.
oh,
Because I've been playing Seal since I got it.
very cool.
And I mean, it's just those that know, if you grew up in the '90s, is mainly around '99. We all was watching the main series was Pokemon the Indigo Plateau season, following Ash and Pikachu, Misty and Brock, all of them. And just recently, Ash finally got his first Pokemon Championship win under his belt. Finally, after God knows how long.
After 20
And
something.
I mean, it was amazing. And let's see, just want to say, I normally do this, Terry. I do apologize for this one, Terry. I'm saying hey to everybody who just popped in. Hey Terry, hey Jason, welcome to the show, y'all. Thank y'all for checking the show out. And again, sorry to everybody for technical difficulties. Again, this is how things are now. Might as well say.
So I didn't. So my first game, Pokemon game, was Pokemon Blue, and I think I was maybe 10 when I first got that, and I remember playing hours, hours trying to collect every single Pokemon that I could think of. Back then, again, there weren't as many Pokemon that there are now. There were only about 150 or change when I was a kid, and I
Now,
think my first Pokemon that I ever caught um, was a Bulbasaur. That was my starter Pokemon in
right
uh, in Pokemon Blue. Pokemon Blue was my first, um, and then from there, and now my favorite Pokemon is Eevee. It's one of the very only Pokemon that has the most evolutions to it,
yes, God knows.
and I
Ooh,
there may be more coming.
Eevee.
Who knows? But Eevee has been my favorite for forever. I was super
Well,
excited that that game Let's Go Eevee came out. That I saved up money just to buy it for my
well,
Switch.
I can't even blame you because when I saw Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, I went ahead and pre-ordered it. Got the everything. I didn't get the Pokemon Plus until later on down the line. Which, to those that don't know, I went ahead and got it with me.
Oh, nice! You got the little ball.
Yep,
Awesome.
I got Pokemon Plus, but I went and got Let's Go Pikachu because again, it reminded me so much of Pokemon Yellow, and since that was the first game I bought, I'm like, well, might as well make it come full circle.
Right.
But I know, like, to those who don't know, like, if you have not played Pokemon, it's one of the games that it's gonna frustrate you, especially when you if you're battling for the Elite Four or that one Pokemon that you want to catch so bad, and it's a pain because I remember playing Pokemon Ruby and I did not get the Master Ball when facing Groudon. So I was lobbing Great Balls, Ultra Balls, Pokeballs at it left, right, and center. I know I got fainted 5 or 6 times, and I was in the with Ruby. You cannot go back to get the Master Ball, but you talk about a frustrating Pokemon to catch. Even if you got it in the red and you drew something at it, it was guaranteed it was gonna come out again. You had to hope to the Pokemon Guard Arceus that it would
Hey,
stay in there.
And Pokemon to this day are it's still like that. Through the newer games too. You don't know necessarily if you're gonna catch it when you go, and it could be any kind of Pokemon. It doesn't really matter. If they don't want to be caught, you're not gonna catch them.
God knows you. I think the hardest one that I've had to catch as of late was back. It was actually back in Ruby and Sapphire, the Ladia and Latios, because they would roam and they would do Lester Purge just to knock you out. And I got so frustrated one day. I'm like, let me calm down. I went through and I every every little bit I went through and I followed that one Pokemon. When I finally caught it, and I was like, okay, are you gonna run for me this time, or are you gonna let me catch you? This gonna go down. I finally caught that thing. I'm like, okay, it's mine. And then, like, even battling with other players, and when we had the Wi-Fi, I was battling players left and right, and just
Yeah.
having a good time. That was the best part.
Absolutely.
Just now, those that know me know that, so I do take notes. I do write notes down. Normally, it's one page for this particular topic, and I'm now going to show the last page because it shows my favorite Pokemon, which is a list I'm gonna do soon. I have a total of 3 pages, and now when we mention the games, I, of course you can't. We've already mentioned Pokemon Red, Blue, Yellow. Now Pokemon Black is another one. The first game in the DS, one of the first games of the DS era. First Stanley was Ruby and it was Diamond and Pearl. Pokemon Black was the first game that actually completed the Pokedex. I saw every Pokemon. I was on YouTube. I was on Facebook in a group or two, trading Pokemon, trying to see every single one. And I love the story. And I got Pokemon Black just for Restroom because that was such a the Vaz right Pokemon. And there was also during the time where you had people hacking Pokemon, and I actually beat. I hate to admit this, I beat the Elite Four with a hacked Charizard. that new that new Dark Rise moves.
Oh, nice.
It was a shiny Charizard that knew some Dark Rise moves, and someone like, well, that's a hack Pokemon, and I'm like, ooh, well, do I release it? Which I think I did, just because I wanted to be fair. Kind of kicked myself for that one, but by then I had completed the main game and the Elite Four, so it was like, we didn't know what the future hold. Of course, Pokemon Y, which I had said to myself after Pokemon Black, I was stepping away from the games. No more main series game. I'm done with it. It's going. It could go. I was done with them. My
Hmm.
ex decided to get me Pokemon Y for Christmas one day. I I think that was the one game I completed in less than a week. I was
Couldn't
playing it.
you just couldn't
I
put
was
it down.
I could not put it down. At I was at McDonald's on my break playing it. When I got home, I was playing it. If I was in the car with somebody, I was playing that game. I could not put it down to the life of me. I just was playing left, right, and now Terry, hold on. I got to highlight this. Hopefully, I'll do it. The first Terry, come on now. The first Pokemon game broke me. I've not played any Pokemon game since. Come on, Terry. Terry, Terry, Terry.
I didn't even know
I
I
can't
didn't
even be.
play Pokemon. That's pretty dope.
Well, I
I heard
mean,
uh,
now I do agree what he said. Save and save often, like every 20 minutes. And another tip, don't let
always.
anybody play your game. Because I had Pokemon Yellow, I let a little kid play my game. I figure it ain't gonna be no harm. It's not gonna mess my save file.
Right.
Whatever he does, it's not gonna mess it up. I got the game back. My save file was deleted. All that work gone.
Oh,
I was. I don't get mad often. That day, I
that would have irritated me. I would have been livid.
I
I would
was.
have livid.
Ooh, I was so mad. I was like, you know what? None of y'all like. I told my cousin, y'all can't play that game no more. Why? Because I told them what happened. I'm like, no, 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 no. Nobody's allowed to touch this game but me until I try to complete it. And if I don't complete it, y'all still can't play it
Right.
because just that just burnt me up. I remember just telling my mom, and she explained to me I told her what happened. And I'm like, no, 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 no. You don't realize I lost. I was at this particular moment, and all of it got deleted. I was, and I even now with the mobile apps because we have the spin-off game. So you got Pokemon Snap. Again, I love that. And it's about to be a new game is coming out for the Switch. I want it.
Hmm.
I can't wait for it. Pokemon Stadium 1 and 2, which was to date the only official game where you can play Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow on your Nintendo 64 by legal means. Not you had to have the transfer pack, but you could complete the game on your TV playing that. And it's the only legal way to do it, not in emulator or any of that mess that we know about now. And I actually had Pokemon Stadium, I think two, but one I know I would rent them back to back because it was fun to play. And then you had Pokemon Pinball, which those that don't know, those pinball games were pretty interesting. You could take them or you could leave them. You had the
Hmm.
Mystery Dungeon series. Now, I do remember I never owned the Mystery Dungeon series. I do remember playing the demos, and I found them interesting. And I mean, you actually became a Pokemon, which telling I am now, but mm,
Right.
I mean, it was interesting. You have those that know we had the Pokemon trading card game, but we also had a Game Boy version of that same game,
Hmm.
which is I actually remember getting it, playing it. I think I traded somebody a game for it. Is how I got it, and then I refused to give it. I refused to give it up because I was playing it left, right, center, and of course the games that I've actually got back into because Pokemon has finally gone mobile. So you got Pokemon Go, which I've got into again.
Yeah, I
Hashtag Team Mystic.
I was playing Pokemon Go as we were traveling because we were heading
Hmm.
on our way to Sci-Fi Barto this weekend, and
That's right.
I was using my phone and I was playing Pokemon Go. We stopped in to a Wendy's to get something, and there was a gym nearby. I beat the gym right right there while we were
Oh
getting some.
wow.
So, but I was doing that as
I
we were playing that.
I was talking to my friend about it, and I was trying to explain. I probably one thing I would tell anybody: if you get into Pokemon Go, who you better. That's how you learn where your town about your town. Cause you will, if you play enough, you will memorize every Pokestop, every
Mm.
gym, and then you'll see, okay, who owns this gym? Do I have a Pokemon that can beat it? I've had me and my best friend, we sat at one gym for a good 20 minutes. Just hit, I'll say that back. We spent our day in town hitting every Pokestop at least 2 times a piece.
Oh, absolutely. When the game first, when Pokemon Go like first hit the waves, I made sure I got it right away. But I was working for the city of Rockledge back then, and me and my coworkers, we would have our phone on the back of the truck, and we would try to grab Pokestops as we were going house to house and different locations.
Hey Rose, oh, you think that's bad? Me and my friend and my goddaughter did a community day. And I know it was one of those days where you would, it was, I think it was the Eevee community day, matter of fact. And those are no Sonic Pokemon, you may get lucky to find one.
Hmm.
I was so happy that day. I think I found two Sonic Eevees. I was walking left and right. Okay, let me go ahead and catch this Eevee. I caught as many Eevees as I could. I saw those two Sonics. I'm like, hold up, that's a Sonic. Let me go ahead and grab this one right quick. Let me go ahead and grab another one. I was, because in the games, it's a lot harder to find a Sonic Pokemon in the main game. You got to be
Hmm.
lucky. Because I think today, in
Absolutely.
the main games, hmm, in the main games, I only caught two Sonics. And I don't count the one that was traded to me because that was hacked. Tell me I got two
Right.
hacked signees. Tell me I had two because somebody traded me a signee legendary, and those that knows most legendaries are signee locked. Oh, Rose, you asked a good one. Favorite Eevee evolution? Oh, that's a good one. But I love my fire type Pokemon. So as strange as it may seem, I love Vaporeon. Vaporeon, one of my favorite Eevee
Uh,
evolutions. I love
my
them.
my favorite Eevee evolution would probably it's one of the newer ones, but it's
Mm.
It's Leafeon.
Oh,
It's the
okay.
one. I think it's got the coolest look. That evolution's got the coolest look, but also I'm oh crap. It's also um I like the grass type Pokemon. So like my first Pokemon ever was a Bulbasaur, and
Right.
so I like but Eevee is I think that would be my favorite. That's my favorite evolution.
Well,
Thank you, Rose, for that
well, I
question.
mean, I can't. Now I can't blame you for Leafeon. And me who I am, granted I am dressed as Pikachu. I'm sorry, I love a good fire Pokemon. Which we have. I feel said, matter of fact, that Groudon. I feel sorry for any grass type. I feel sorry for any grass type or bug type Pokemon, or any water type Pokemon, because I had the Groudon. True story here. Those that know Groudon's special ability is drought. I taught
Mm-hmm.
Groudon Solar Beam as soon as I could
Oh, nice.
because Solar Beam is normally Solar Beam takes 2 turns, one to charge and one to use. I taught that Groudon Solar Beam so I could use it in 1 turn, and
Right on.
I, and then when you get to the later game, Primal Groudon and some of the other ones, water type Pokemon won't even touch it because of how the drought works now in that game. I I know I fought one water type Pokemon. I'm like, okay, this is gonna do something to me because of the ability. It said on there, water. The water was faded. it didn't even touch it. I'm like, ooh. I'm like, oh, you in trouble. And since we getting
Yeah,
down to
but
it,
go ahead.
we again with Pokemon, we got mad crazy with movies. We had, oh god, so many movies. I couldn't even list them all for this one.
Well,
Which
I know the most recent ones. The most recent movies. I know. I just rewatched them. Were the Pokemon movie I Choose You,
right,
which is on Netflix. You have The Power of Us, which is also on
right.
Netflix, and then you have the remake of Mewtwo Strikes Back, which is on Netflix. So, but I think I like personally the classic version of Mewtwo Strikes Back as
Now
probably one of
see,
my all-time favorite due to the art style,
well,
which is
yes, I do
more of
agree
like the
with that.
classic art style.
I do agree with you with Pokemon. The first movie is one of my favorites, but it's not my favorite. It's one of my. It's there. But personally, my favorite is Pokemon the movie 2000, The Power of One. I'm sorry. That movie alone. I understand people was excited about Mew versus Mewtwo. I was excited about Lugia and seeing the 3 legendary birds. Just mm, seeing Articuno, Moltres, and Zapdos. It was just one of those movies where it was interesting. So I mean, I personally that was one of those. It was just one of those movies where
Having
I
internet
just,
problems.
it's not wrong, but
That's the cut. You know, it's due to bad internet.
yeah, again, I could tell again, y'all, and this is I'm say this because I don't mind technical
So we were
difficulties,
talking movies.
right? Which again,
Oh,
you have
You're good, Brian. I'm having technical difficulties on my end as well, so don't worry about it. It's okay.
well, I mean, we have also Pokemon the movie, The Spell of Unknown, Pokemon Forever, which
Mm.
all here's the thing, and I did not realize this until I started writing stuff down. Each movie that so far has came out a year after the next. Pokemon the first movie was released in the US in '99. The second one in 2000. third in 2001, Pokemon Forever '02, and Pokemon Heroes '03, which are all good movies. And then you have the three Pokemon specials: Pokemon Mewtwo Returns, Pokemon Chronicles: The Legend of Thunder, and Pokemon Origins, which finally gave us what we wanted, a Pokemon movie without ads that follows the main storyline of the game. We finally got
Yeah,
something that followed the game.
I mean,
I was so happy.
and that's the only movie that we get like
Yes,
that. Everything else follows and his friends and their adventures, but we never get to know what happened to our character that we play as all the time in every
yes,
iteration of games. Like, what kind of character? What character is that?
yes. And I was so happy. I actually found I'm somebody posted episodes on YouTube. I watched them back to back, and it's like finally we see what happens to our character. We found out what happened before. We actually even get Mega Evolution. And it's like, oh my God, it's amazing. It's wonderful. I was so happy for that. And of course, while you were watching the movies and some of the episodes, I had to mention I was listening to some of the music. And the one thing I actually told Steven is Pokemon music has a connection with another fandom. To those that don't know,
Yeah,
the Pokemon the first movie soundtrack features a lot of different artists. One in particular is Billy Piper. To those that don't know, Billy Piper is a singer actress, but she also played the role of Rose Tyler in Doctor Who. And the song she sings on the first movie soundtrack, "Making My Way Any Way That I Can," oh my God, that song is so good. I knew she was a singer. I didn't know how good she could sing. And it was like, oh my God, that's good. That's good. That's amazing. And I mean, you have the Pokemon theme that I won't forget because me and my friend were watching Paper Towns and they sung that song. The three guys sung that song during the scene of the movie. And I was like, yes, you actually did a Pokemon reference. And
that's
I was all for it.
other shows rip off your theme song. I'm just saying when that's how you know you've made it when another show uses it, you know, for part
And
of
then
their
you had
show.
the Poke Rap, which we had. I only wrote down the first two instances. You had the first Poke Rap that we all grew in love, watched the show every day just to finish it. You have a song that was on the first movie soundtrack. It was you, and I have a connection to at least two of these songs. It was you is because I sung that song at a high school talent show, and the song is by Soul Plus featuring Ashley Ballard. And I remember just singing that song and hearing everybody clapping to it, and it was like, y'all just don't realize this is a Pokemon song. This song is from the Pokemon movie soundtrack. And then you have if only tears could bring you back by Midnight Suns. Now, this one's gonna touch my heart right here because I sung this song at another talent show, but it was because nobody in my group was gonna do anything. Now, those that don't know, I've mentioned this before. I always mention it, especially this time of year. My mom passed away 10 years ago. It'll be 10 years ago in October. My mom was sitting in the row with I sung that part of that song, and the guest speaker for that sports camp made a reference to that song, and I could not. I had a smile so big that it's like oh my God, she did it. And my mom just looked at me like after we was going home, and we told my dad and everything. That and I had won a free bike, so I was one of the winners of a bike that year. So that had a big plus to it also. And then you have another one? Oh, here's the other one. The Power one by the late Donna Summer. And the one song, there's two instrumental songs I had to put in here. Kiseki from the ending from Pokemon Y and X and Y,
Hmm.
which is again, I have the, those who know most Pokemon songs does not have a ending like talking about. This one had the most beautiful ending, and if you had and the DS had the lyrics on the bottom screen. And then, and I got the name of the song wrong for some reason. The legend comes to life, which is Lugia's theme from Pokemon the movie 2000. And it's the one song that made me want to learn how to play the ocarina. To this day, I still haven't learned how to play it. I have the own one, but have not yet learned how to play it. But
I'm
it's
musically inclined, so
I understand that together. Wait, come here.
uh,
Just playing
and
musical
so,
chairs. All is good.
okay, no worries, no worries. This is this is a family, so we all friends here. Well, we all have a good time here. And again, there have been so many items. You have, as you can see behind me, I have the Pokemon Kid mailboxes, which I actually, again, I went out my way. I went and bought the Kid toys because I wanted the Pikachu boxes. You have the Kid toys. I had a friend of mine from Germany. She knitted me these two Pokeballs.
That's what's up.
And again, Funko Pops. Again, I gotta represent Pikachu and Charmander, and and I mean, it's been so much toys. Again, you got God knows the Pokeball Plus Pokemon cards, which I have to have a set that I'm gonna open on the air to, towards the end. And I mean, you have a ton of Pokemon cosplayers who
Hmm.
have did. I actually met one who did a Charizard cosplay, and he did it wearing a fedora. It was like a jazz playing Charizard. Had the
Yeah,
fedora, had the
nice.
ring. I mean, dressed to the nines, but he did his thing. I actually took a picture with him. And I mean, you have people out there having a good time. Even those that don't know actually got it. Fat Pikachu, the original Pikachu
Yeah.
toy.
Pikachu's gotten pretty slim over the years. He started
Yeah.
out really chunky
The,
when Ash first got him. Yeah, Ash has him on some wicked diet. To lose
and
all
the thing,
those pounds.
and you gotta think about and you gotta think about it. Ash was picking up Pikachu and picking up some of these Pokemon that weigh a lot. We actually found out how much some of these Pokemon weigh, and it's
Mhm.
like, hold up, how is he picking up this?
So Ash is 10 years old, but he is super. If he were to take a shirt off, he would be super ripped. Like he is.
Yeah, because
He works out all the time. His cardio is ridiculous. All they do is run. Like,
again, I make a reference to one episode and one episode only. Primate goes bananas. You know how much they
yeah,
ran in that episode from Primate,
they
and
he runs so much. It's his calves are probably the size of my arms. It's ridiculous.
yeah, heck, I felt sorry for Brock because Brock took a punch from Primate, a full on uppercut that sent him flying. And then he
Mhm.
got back up like, Okay, I'm okay. No, 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 no. Hold up. You had to go to a Pokemon Center or something because your jaw got. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Your
Yep.
jaw must have got busted open or something. Cause, and I
Never
mean, I
we never see like Ash, Misty, or Brock or any of the other characters go to the doctors. We see
yeah,
Pokemon get healed, but we never see, one of our main human characters ever, and they go through
the
just as much crap as the Pokemon do.
I
So
feel sorry for Team Rocket because I
they should be dead. Team Rocket should be dead because the amount
yeah
of times they fall into deep
yeah,
holes that they dig themselves, get blasted away thousands of feet in the air, and then they magically are okay. Then 5 seconds later is like Pokemon breaks the laws of physics, people.
yes,
That's what happened.
especially when it in that mecha and you see that okay, y'all
Yeah.
are not concerned about a Electro or Pikachu. Since you God knows how many votes through your system,
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Like
that
absolutely. Ash himself should have died. Like the first time he got Pikachu, Ash should be, dead because he got
his heart should have stopped.
all Pikachu did back then was nothing but electrocute him. Every time you try to touch him, try to be his friend, he had nothing to do with him, and he would electrocute him or anyone else who would try to touch him.
I think the only one he didn't electrocute by intentionally was Misty or Brock.
Yeah.
But intentionally, Ash got shocked so many times, his heart should have stopped more than once.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the only time we do see Ash hurt is when Mewtwo accidentally hurts him
Yeah. Yeah. When he gets turned
in
to
the
stone.
movie, and he
Well,
gets turned to stone.
when he gets turned to stone would be the first time, but then in the newer movie I Choose You,
Mm-hmm.
which takes you way back to Ash first starting his journey, and he goes on the quest to find Ho-Oh.
Uh-huh.
He uh, they kind of kill him in that movie, but
Mm.
he comes back to life thanks to Pikachu again. Um,
Plot
so
armor.
you know,
Just saying. Plot armor. Pokemon did it first.
yeah, they he Ash dies about twice if you count I Choose You, he dies twice, which could be understandable, why he
Right.
doesn't age in the last 25 years. He's stayed 10.
And they finally said it, and I'm hoping that they keep their word. We finally gonna know what happened to Ash's father, because
Yeah,
that's the
we have to
one
find that out
mystery.
soon enough.
That's the one mystery that that's been surrounding Pokemon since the anime debut. What happened to Ash's father? They said in the newest movie that's supposed to be coming out soon. We are
Mhm.
gonna get that answer. Because at this point, the only rumors that we had was it was either that it was Giovanni, the leader of Team Rocket, which
You
I'm
know,
not too.
how would you feel about that? Like,
It would honestly, it could make sense in a way if they played it off in a different. If they played it off as okay, as his mother got away from Team Rocket because to
okay.
protect his son and everything. So yeah, I could see that playing out like that.
But what?
But
Didn't Giovanni know eventually? Like, he runs into Ash multiple times throughout the series. His his guys, Jesse and James are always being thwarted by Ash. Like, you would think he would say something or hint at something if he was, you know.
well, maybe he don't want them to. Maybe he's sending them on that just on purpose. Because you made a point. He does run into Jesse James and Meow a lot, Maybe it's Giovanni doing that to check up on Ash. And
Oh,
it,
keep
there- it
keep
has,
an eye on him, type deal.
yeah, and there have been 2 episodes. There have been a few episodes where Ash and Team Rocket have teamed up to help each other out.
Mhm. That's true.
Again, the
The
episode
ship.
with Snorlax.
Yep. Also, the episode where they get trapped underwater, they help each other out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. There have. I mean, it could be him trying to keep out them low key. Hey, let's go ahead and catch
I,
Pikachu.
I would honestly, I would be okay with it.
Yes.
But I would, at the same time, I would hope. I kind of would wish for a new character to be introduced. Every season we get a new character, uh, or a set of new characters to go on adventures with Ash. Now, I don't want his father to join him on his adventures because that's just a little
No,
weird.
please don't.
But I wouldn't mind, for him to be a professor, like Professor Oak, or another
Right.
Pokemon professor that took the job more seriously than his family.
That would be
You know,
interesting. I also would like to see something in the future because again, we got so many different sippers when it comes to the Pokemon anime. Such as be with Serena, such as be with Misty. I would like to see a future season where we find out who the ass married and that because I mean,
I would like to see him be older than 10 years old at some point.
yes. See him
You know,
older. Again, we have it with Power Rangers. Tommy, we found out later on, Tommy Oliver marries Cat in the series.
Yeah.
Why can't we see as grown up, married with kids, and to this day, and this is what I came up with, and I stand by this. I think if you think about it, I think the Pokemon series is being told to Ash's son or daughter by Ash
okay,
himself.
so like a story, like Ash is sitting down with his kids telling
Yeah, like How I
this
Met Your
story,
Mother.
which could explain why he's always 10, because this
Yeah.
is just a long story of, excuse me, him telling his kids. Now that I would, for a fan theory about it, that sounds like a good explanation, because one of the things on a lot of the fans' minds is why Ash is always 10. How is he always 10? We're in season 23 now
Right.
with Journeys, and he's still 10 years old. Why is that? But like you
Right.
said, it would be a good explanation to that is he could be telling the story. The narrator could be grown up Ash telling straight to like
Right.
kids or something. Yeah, it's a good
Right. And I
good
mean,
explanation.
because I mean, if you think about it, even The Simpsons, and it's the first thing that came to mind, had an episode that showed Bart and Lisa older. And I mean, even it was just something via time machine or some type of plot armor, but why can't we do that with Pokemon? We do know Ash does travel back in time. Can he travel back with Celebi to see another kid named Samuel end up being Professor Oak in Pokemon Forever? So we do know it is possible for Ash to go back in time with help of another Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
So why can't you with that? I mean, it could. In the game, it happened.
Yeah,
Matter of fact, if you
it
got
could happen. I know another theory that fans have said is that Ash, everything going on is in Ash's head. He's like
oh
he's in a coma. From being knocked out from when he first started, and he's been in a coma since. And everything he's just playing out how his life would go.
and that would be a set. I mean, I'm sorry, this is just me. That would be kind of
Yeah,
that's dark.
It is dark. I'm just
That's
saying,
real
it was
dark.
one of the many fan theories that I read over uh, when I was getting
That
ready for tonight.
that was really dark. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm a bigger fan. I'm a huge fan of Pokemon. Heck, I got a list that's come. I'm about to do now my top 10 favorite.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like I've seen different comments where I mean just on Instagram alone, where they saw Pokemon getting older, Pokemon dying. Again, you have, and I can't remember what city it is. We have a Pokemon graveyard in the game.
Yeah, we do, but we never actually see a Pokemon hit its end of life. We
Right.
never do.
Oh, and you made something. I'm gonna correct you. Ash died 3 times. Ash did die, and Hunter technically kills him during
Oh,
when. So I'm counting it because you have an out
yep.
of body experience telling you are there for a brief moment.
I count that. That's 3. I count
So
that.
that is three. Even though that was kind of a funny episode because I mean that's one way to get a ghost Pokemon to hang out with you. Mm. And I do apologize, y'all. I my my anxiety I'm food that my ticks are
there we go. We're back up.
yep, but
Technical
that
difference.
but
Yeah,
now that we're mentioning that, go ahead.
think I'd want to explore. I would not be as courageous as Ash and the gang, exploring and hanging out with ghost Pokemon. Not it wouldn't that would not be my thing. Like at
I
all.
would
I
be
would stay far away from that.
I would be freaked out. Don't get me wrong. Haunter was a cool Pokemon that would be kind of cool to hang out with,
He
especially just to mess with people. But I don't think I could go that far as to let me lose part of my life just to
yeah,
be
just
friends
to
with
figure something out and yeah.
and help me out with one gym battle. Cause
Yeah,
he
right.
never, cause telling he didn't catch Haunter. Haunter volunteered
Yep.
to help him.
Help out.
To help
I've,
out.
I've I've noticed that too. Like Ash gives up a lot of the Pokemon that he catches. Like his first Butterfree, he
Right.
let go. His Charizard, he put into a camp and let him go essentially. Like he lets a lot of his Pokemon go, which is
Had
great.
Bulbasaur stayed at Professor Oak.
Yep. But like on a dime, like Pokemon are like animals. They are animals in some fashion. Like, but if I let my dog go forever, and hadn't seen my dog in like over years, he would forget about me. You know.
Exactly.
So, but on a dime, like Ash could call Professor Oak and ask him for his Bulbasaur, and the Bulbasaur would automatically just like, sure, why the hell not? Like, this is how does like it's so weird that he can just let his Pokemon go and was remember years later,
Oh
It's
God.
it's just
And
funny.
you bring up Charizard. Oh God. We finally found. I'm kind of glad how they did this. We found out what happened when a Pokemon is a higher level than you can handle, because
Charizard,
Charizard would not
Charizard was the
listen.
was a Charizard was a good example of a Pokemon that really is really hard to handle, especially Ash's Charizard because he was very temperamental, and he wanted nothing to do with helping Ash. He just cared about himself. You know, there was a time like Ash brought him into battle and he just laid there on the ground. He
Oh
didn't
God,
want
I
to help.
remember that.
Yeah, he didn't want to help him at all. He just like, no, you do whatever you need to do. I'm gonna sit here and take a nap. Like you know. But I loved that because like what I love, and one of the things I love about Pokemon overall is not only the character development we get with Ash and all the other characters we meet, but the Pokemon themselves are treated as actual characters, and
Right.
we get development with them. So like Charizard, there was a whole arc, a mini arc, uh, about his transition from not caring about Ash to being one of Ash's closest Pokemon.
Exactly. I mean, we even see like it's so many Pokemon that we see again. Primate is one. Even Pikachu go through that transition where we see how like Pikachu. There are two instances where Pikachu gets the chance to evolve into a Raichu, and
Yep.
he's like, "No, I'm not gonna
No,
do it. I
I don't
will
want to
not.
do that.
I'm not. I'm not gonna evolve into a Raichu. I'm gonna beat this mess as a Pikachu."
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it's like
All of Ash's other Pokemon have like, yeah, yay, let's evolve. Pikachu is like the only Pokemon that of Ash's that never wanted to evolve ever,
exactly.
and he's had multiple chances, like you said, to do so. Because usually, when they evolve, they become a little bit stronger. They get more techniques, and but nope, not Pikachu. Pikachu's like, I'm gonna stay cute and yellow and forever.
Matter of fact, Pikachu used his tail and slapped that thunderstorm away from Ash's hand and gave him a look like, "You put that thing near me again, I promise I'll sock
Yep.
you so much
Absolutely.
you would feel it in your bones." Which again, I I have a theory with that one. I think as the guy used to Pikachu socking him so much it don't even bother him no more.
Doesn't bother him. He became whatever.
It's like this just it's just a flesh wound. I'll be
Yeah,
alright in the morning.
it'd be gone by morning. It'd be good.
Uh, Now, as y'all know, I have my top 10 favorite Pokemon. Now, mine, I'm counting down from 10 to 1. And there's a reason that the one I chose is number 1. I'm going to go through each one. Number 10 is Cash Form. The weather Pokemon, and he changes form based on the weather.
Yeah. Oh,
Again, a Pokemon that would be good to have in the home because
right.
all you got to do is send him out. Oh, it's hailing. Okay, and I mean, he had his ability changed based on the weather. So it's also from strategy. It's raining out. He okay. Let me use Cash Form, and I automatically know some type of water type move.
Right.
Blastoise.
Blastoise?
I had to have
Yeah.
Blastoise. That's one of my favorite water types. Lunala. Again, I'm sorry. I love those that Lunala is just. We never got a really moon Pokemon, and Sun and Moon gave us Solego and Lunala, and it was just interesting to see Lunala, the full moon Pokemon, and just it was just awesome. And City War, I'm sorry, it's the move. It's pretty much a wrestling move. I mean, in City War, just the move is a wrestling move. It hops up. I mean, when he does his Z move, a wrestling ring pops up and he jumps off the top rope and smashes the Pokemon. And
Yeah.
then you
They need
have
inspiration from everything. They take inspiration from martial arts, boxing, wrestling. There are Pokemon that can do it all.
you got Lugia. Y'all should have known that was gonna be on this.
Yeah.
It was gonna be on this list eventually. The second movie is one of my favorites. If I didn't choose Lugia, it would have been wrong of me. Heck, but even you can even say Ho-Oh because Ho-Oh is the first new Pokemon we saw that in a later game. We saw that Pokemon in the first episode before we
Mm-hmm.
knew what it was.
Yep.
So you can also put Ho on here. But
First legendary Pokemon we get to see is Ho-Oh.
oh, but Lugia, I mean, Lugia is just beautiful, and the song from the movie just reminds me of it. Then you got Score Bunny, my most recent starter. I was Team Score Bunny, and I mean, it was again a cute bunny Pokemon that is a fire type.
Yeah.
I mean, cute. Spiel. Spiel was my very first shiny Pokemon, y'all. Just saying. Before I even knew what a shiny Pokemon was, I saw that thing like, oh, let me go ahead and capture it. And then I realized I said like, oh my god, that's my first shiny. None of y'all getting this. No, 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 no. And it was a ice type at that. And I'm like,
Nice.
no, 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 no. Groudon. Ooh, I've told y'all the tales. The first Pokemon I caught without a Master Ball, that Groudon gave me. That was a crap. I have nightmares about that Groudon because it was a pain in the
Fame.
butt
Yeah.
capturing it. And I caught it. I can't even remember what ball I caught it with. I think I actually caught it with a great ball. Lillipup. When I started playing Y, that was the first Pokemon I actually saw outside of my starter. And then of course, number one, you've seen them everywhere today. You see them on this happen. Of course, it's gonna be Pikachu
Pikachu.
because, and I have to do it like this time. Pikachu is the I make a point in every Pokemon game. If I can find it, I will capture a Pikachu the first game I get.
Pikachu is one of those. Yeah, it's one of those Pokemon where you have to have a Pikachu, regardless of the game. You know, you just it's even if you don't use Pikachu all that often or whatnot. He's one of those Pokemon you just have to have. You know,
And I
I
mean,
make it,
it's
I make it a point in every game that I play Pokemon to get a version of each starter and a Pikachu because it's just
now
you can't not.
I think Pikachu was in Pokemon Steel when I beat the Elite Four when I went for the championships. Pikachu is on my championship team as of right now. Cause I actually had that was my only electric type Pokemon I had. And it's like, okay, let me I never go ahead. Pikachu, you know you're gonna be in this game. You're gonna be with me for a little while. And it's Gigantamax form. We that Steven, you may have wanted to mention that Pikachu's got skinny. We finally get chubby Pikachu in Gigantamax form with the
See,
long tail.
it comes all full circle. That's what it is. That's what it is. It's all full circle.
Yes, and I mean it is awesome. And of course, I have not opened these yet. Those that know, McDonald's is doing promotion with Kids Meal Toys where you get Pokemon cards. Again, I bought these. So I did buy the kids meal. I have not opened these yet. I have 2 packs. I'm opening one now. I'm gonna open up both of them afterwards. I'm gonna show each card. I'm not sure what's in here. I'm not sure what Pokemon cards I'm gonna get. To be honest, I'm nervous. But let's see. This is the first one. Here's what it comes with, y'all. A frame with,
Pikachu.
and here's the cards. Let's see which ones I get. I'm excited, y'all. Ooh,
That's a good sound. So it's got to be something good.
Holofoil Torchic,
Nice.
Pikachu,
Hey, holla.
Chikorita,
Okay.
and then another non-holo
Torture.
Torchic.
That's what's up.
And now I got one more. Now this will tell the tale if it's the same or not. We
I would
already know
think
about.
that would be different. You know.
We
But
already know.
obviously, you never know.
We already know the frames. And to those that probably want to realize it, yes, Pikachu is going to be in one. Is going to be in the frame. Cause why not? Let's see what we get this time.
They don't have Pokemon without Pikachu. It's just that easy.
Ooh, hold up! I see.
Did we get different cards? We get different cards
Yes,
this
we
time?
did. Yes, we did. Litten,
Very nice. Such a cute Pokemon. I gotta say,
I,
one of the
yeah,
cutest.
Froakie, Torchic, your uh, Chikorita, your partner is with you today. You got your the other starter. We have
Right,
Cyndaquil.
right on.
And I guess I'm a fire type today because I've got more fire type Pokemon today. We have Chimchar.
Okay.
We've gotten God knows. So if I count it right now, and I got a total of five. Well, I'm not counting. I got a total of four different fire type Pokemon. Two of them are holofoil. God, I'm gonna say it like this. And I again, this is a good thing. I actually like these cards. They actually have the Pikachu, the 25th anniversary logo for, if you can see it,
Oh,
the
that's nice.
25th anniversary logo.
Yep.
And I actually going to keep the frames. And again, this is what everybody. Again, they actually match the same pose.
Nice.
And I mean, this is again, Pokemon has been around. We almost at over. Getting close to 1,000 Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
They've already got games coming out. I'm still playing Pokemon Go. We've had Magikarp Jump, another mobile game, had made an appearance in the Pokemon anime.
Yep.
The second game, the second spinoff game, because we did
Mhm.
have Todd in a Pokemon anime, and he was a character in the Pokemon Snap. So it's this series has done a lot. I've been a fan. Heck, I was singing the Poke Rap throughout the whole day, and the show is amazing. And to those that want to know, if you want to start playing Pokemon, one, good luck to you. I'm just
Have
gonna say it right
patience.
now, good
Have
luck to you.
patience. If you're gonna dive into the Pokemon world, just have patience and be ready. Be ready to catch them all. Like, be in it to catch them all. If not, I don't know what you're doing here. You
Uh,
gotta catch them
I would
all.
say like I would say this much. Keep this in mind, and this is something I'll tell anybody. The Pokemon fan base is just like any other fan base. They will help you out any way that they can. We're all friends here. We're all trying to complete our Pokedexes. Everything is fun. You may have your bad seed, want to try, but we are all here to help. I've had plenty of people trade with me to help me with tips, with strategies, and it's fun. So keep this in mind. It's a game to be played just for fun. Again, I'm dressed up as Pikachu, just having a good time. And I had my goddaughter, and I won't forget this story. My goddaughter and I was hanging out with my best friend's house. She saw me playing the game, and she looked at me. Is that one of your helpers, Uncle Brian? And because I was making the curve for my Pokemon, I'm like, yeah, that Pokemon cute. And the first Pokemon she picked up when we was at GameStop was an Eevee.
Nice. Yeah.
I'm like, okay. I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna have to get you your first Eevee. I'm gonna have to get you a Pokemon because you really want to get into it. I will get you a Pokemon. So I guess I owe her an Eevee because for right now, I will start off with her as a normal type because, and then let her choose her favorite because her mom loves Eevee. Me, I'm a Pikachu fan, but I also love my fire types. And again, this frame is gonna hold my Pikachu card. But it's been a good day. It's been a good show. I want to thank Steven for joining me, and I wish them good luck because they're actually going to event. They're getting ready for an event for tomorrow,
Yep.
and I wish y'all good luck because heck, y'all, I know y'all will do a good job, and I thank you for being on the show with me today because I've actually had a lot of fun talking Pokemon and actually celebrating. I still can't believe it. 25 years of Pokemon.
25 years. Yep. 25 years. And Bryant, it's been a pleasure to be here with you um, uh, tonight. And it's been so much fun talking about Pokemon with you and celebrating 25 years of Pokemon. It is, and thank you again for having me here. And yeah, you're right. We are going to Sci-Fi Bartow this weekend. We're getting ready for that. And we're actually, yeah, we're in our hotel room. I'm in my hotel room right now at Bartow, just down the street from the event. So thank you, Bryant, again for having me on. It has been a pleasure.
Thank you for being on. And with that being said, I've answered the call to this anime adventure. And until then, don't forget one thing, y'all. And I'm doing this. I have to do it. It's required. You gotta catch them all.